Right, okay. Just want to follow on the back of the education once I started. There's one thing I've got to mention which usually gets brought up at some point, and that is an extra buzz in the room. You can write that down. You can make a note. Make a copy of that. If you're not making notes, then you can forget it now. Okay, let's move on. This is the schedule. Obviously, I've discussed with Tim. I know the schedule was outlined last week. We've tweaked it just slightly, but the main core of it is still exactly the same. Before I move on to that, the education start based all around why. Why do we do it? What's the driving force behind it? If you're interested at all as to why I'm always going on about the why and the driving force, there's going to be an email following on from today, this morning, from myself, which will outline all of the information today. And at the top of that email will be a link to a video by a chap called Simon Sinek. He wrote a book called Start With Why, and it's absolutely in the top 5 of my all-time excellent favourite books. If you don't like reading books, it's a video. It tells you almost everything that's in the book anyway. And if you're not interested, then that's fine. Right, that's the next thing. That's the other thing I wanted to mention. A really, really crucial thing about visitors days is it's really important to remember that visitors are the number 2 referral givers within BNI. So, as Mark rightly said up there, we track all the business, and visitors are the number 2 referral givers. Number 1 referral givers are members of the power team, people that you tend to have a natural synergy with in your business. Number 2 referral givers are visitors. Okay, so we've got a really massive opportunity. 100 visitors in that room. There's a huge, huge opportunity to get lots and lots of business. Yeah, I mentioned that email. Okay, so week 1, that's this week. This is the sort of second kick-off, the slightly delayed kick-off, following on from Tim's kick-off last week as well. So nice and straightforward. Week 2, next week. This is a bonus week. I've put up here in inverted commas D. Now, D, what I mean by D is D for decision. Okay, so you can do whatever you want with this week. Tim has suggested that if you haven't got categories against your name, as per the email that came out last week, or if you'd like to add to those categories, then that would be a really good time to do that. Okay. The reason I put D up there is it's D for decision, because if you really want to go the extra mile, bearing in mind the visitors are number 2 referral givers in BNI, we're all going to get loads and loads of business, then why not do a few extra letters? Why not do an extra 5 letters, or an extra 10 letters? Or why not make a head start on your names? Or why not bring your first 20 letters next week and do 3 weeks of 20? I don't know. But what I'm saying is it's your decision. If you don't want to do that, that's absolutely fine, because it's a decision. It's completely open and free. Okay? But it might help you to add 1 or 2 categories. Okay. Week 3, starting to get more serious. Tuesday the 29th of October, 20 letters. Now, when you bring your letters into the room, just do a quick bit of interaction. If I was to send someone in this room a letter and it had a window on it, and it had a franking machine mark on it, and the return address, and it looked fairly formal and corporate, what would you tend to think that was? A bill or a circular, or something that really probably wants to open them up, but it's the bottom of the part. Yeah. If I was to send you a letter which had personal written in the top left-hand corner, it was a handwritten envelope, it had a stamp which had been tracked by the mail rather than by a franking machine, what would you think?
Check. Intrigue.
Or invitation. You see some jokers.
Mysterious.
Mysterious. Okay, that's close enough. Usually someone says love note. Yeah, absolutely. The point is mysterious. It generates intrigue. You know, have you ever seen a person? I don't know who's likely to write personal. I'm going to open it. So immediately you've got their brain thinking, oh, I want to know more about this. So they open up the letter, they read the letter, and they're in the right mindset. They're already in the right mindset to read that letter. So they read the letter and they either read it and put it in the bin, or they read it and think, oh, I'll save it for later, or they read it and think, blimey, I've got to attend this, and they ring you up and they say, yes, I'd love to attend. And that does happen. You will find some of us around this table will have phone calls saying, yes, please, can you put me on the list, and I'd like to bring my 3 business partners as well. That will happen. Most people will require a follow-up. For most people, this is just sowing the seeds ready for the follow-up phone call. Okay? So it's really, really important. So when you bring your 20 letters, I'll say this in other chapters as well, sometimes it might sound a little bit harsh, but this runs pretty deep with me. If you bring your 20 letters on that day, that is your credibility sitting in front of you on the table. If you send a substitute, I suggest you send your 20 letters with a substitute or with another member of the chapter, so that everyone can see that you've made the effort, you've pulled your weight, you've contributed, because everyone around the table is going to benefit. It's really, really important, because it's give us go. We're all giving, we're all going to go. Okay? The following week, week 4, Tuesday the 5th of November, you can take notes, but this will be on the email, by the way, that follows today. Tuesday the 5th, sorry, that's 40 letters, so 20 more letters, okay, so 40 in total, okay. So bring another 20 along, exactly the same as the previous week, and if you, in your D week, if you've done an extra 5 or whatever it is you've done, then bring those as well, a whole lot. That's when all the letters come in, without a stamp, okay. Because the chap will buy the stamps, we'll have a little stamping party in or after the meeting, I'll leave it up to you. But the great thing is, who pays for the stamps? Does anyone know? BNI, absolutely. Yeah. So the more letters we've got, the deeper Royal French has got to put his hand in his pocket. Isn't that the greatest sentiment? So absolutely. So Robert will pay for the stamps. Harry does require a receipt, by the way. Tuesday the 12th of November. So the 40 letters get brought in here, but we don't post them yet. It's important we post them at the right time. They get posted 2 weeks in advance. Tuesday the 12th, letters will be posted. You don't need to bring anything extra to the meeting. If you want to bring a couple of extra, that's fine. And then directly after the meeting, or directly after the letters have arrived, so I'd suggest you leave it a couple of days. So posting on the Tuesday, maybe follow up on the Thursday, Friday at the latest. Now, Friday's not a great day to follow people up, so I'd suggest do it on the Thursday. Okay? Maybe on the Wednesday if you want to be keen, because they'll be first class. They will have arrived the next day probably. Follow them up. So when we follow a letter up, it's been posted out, how do we do it? Would anyone like to give me a hard time? Barry.
How do you follow it up?
I'm going to do a follow up. Okay? So, hello, is that Barry?
Who's calling?
Yes. And then Barry, it's only a very quick call. That's important. It's only a very quick call. I sent you a letter the other day. It was inviting you to our visitors event at BNI Sittingbourne on Tuesday the 26th of November. Just wanted to check if you got that and if you'd like to come along, and also if you'd like to bring any of your business partners.
No. Might have done, definitely not.
I've got my arse now. Does that mean you're coming or not, Barry?
I'll be there, but my business partner.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, Barry, that's great. If you would like to bring anyone else along, that's absolutely fantastic. So could I just ask, my number is on the letter, could you give me a call, let us know, because we need to know for catering purposes, okay? Thank you very much, Barry, goodbye. Okay, that wasn't very hard, you're supposed to say no. Can someone say no, give me a hard time? Tim?
Yeah, right then.
Oh, is that Tim?
Yes, it is.
Hi Tim, oh that's great, right, I'm glad to call you. It's just a very quick call.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent, that's good. What it was, I sent you a letter a couple of days ago. It was inviting you to our visitors event at BNI Sittingbourne on 26th of November.
Yes, I received it, yeah.
Fantastic, that's great. I just wanted to check if you'd be coming along yourself and if you'd like to bring anyone with you as well.
Yes, I'll be there. Oh, sorry, you want me over?
That's right,
No, I can't make it, I'm afraid.
You can't make it, okay, no problem at all. Do you know any other local businesses that you think would like, if we're expecting about 100, 150 people on the day, do you know anyone else that might like to benefit from that event?
I'm really busy at the moment. Can you leave me alone?
Yeah, no problem at all. Simply appreciate your time. That's it. You'll probably get about 30 of those. That's okay. 30 no's is absolutely fine. You might get 35. You might get 40. It's unusual, but you might do. At the end of the day, you can get a lot of no's. That's absolutely fine. I don't think I've had anyone swear at me yet for doing the follow-up call.
But what you've done there, it's quite easy to do, is make someone feel stupid for not going. You don't have to do it in a rude way.
No.
Just make it, well, that's really strange. You wouldn't drop it in there that it's really strange they wouldn't want to be there. Why would you not want to be there? Yeah. If you don't want to be there, there'd be plenty of other of your category there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's quite nice. Fear of losing out. That's quite nice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I did 55 follow-up calls in 2 hours, so it can be done even if you're really, really busy, but that's quite painful, I understand that. However, if you are working 18-hour days and you just simply haven't got time, and it does happen, I appreciate and respect that, and I've done this myself. You've got a fabulous lady here who will do all your follow-up calls for you. It's much better if you do it because you've done your letters and it's personal and you've done the invitation. But if headers freezing over and you just simply can't make those calls, then use the services of a virtual assistant or someone else in your office, or your mum or your auntie or your brother, or whatever you want to do. But please make sure those follow-up calls get made. It is all in the follow-up. It is the most important part of the process.
One thing you didn't mention, yes, Tim said yes, he can't make it that day.
Yes,
keep a note of people that if they'd like to come back later. So if their category isn't filled on Visitors' Day.
That's a really good point.
How many times did you call me, Hamish, to get me down?
I can't remember.
3 times it was. 3 Monday nights you called me, yeah.
Is that all? I'm going to
just shut you up.
Who pays for the breakfast for the visitors?
That's down to the chapter, I'm not sure.
I believe the visitors pay for that.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of visitors. I think they'll be asking an awful lot to the chapter.
To pay £10.
Yeah, £10. Yeah, it's on the letter. £10.
Do your visitors have to be of a different profession or category than we've got already?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's okay. We're looking to grow the chapter. The point is to grow the chapter.
Eligible visitors.
Are we writing to only the categories that we or
That's a good question. Now, I'd say please focus on the categories you've been given. If your best mate's a builder, and we haven't got a builder in the room, then invite your best mate, because it's based on relationships, yeah. And even if that guy still gets a letter from someone else who's been assigned that category, it ain't going to make a difference because he's your best mate, yeah. So if you know someone well, then absolutely invite them.
But I just say, in general though, try and, if you're going to cross over someone else's category they're doing, check with them they haven't invited them, because the worst thing is to follow up somebody who's had 2 or 3 letters in, and they're just pissed off they keep getting letters. So, you know, please make sure you're not
I've
done
just seen on one of my categories, probably there's not more than 20 in the whole of the South East.
There you go, there's 20 of them then.
20 in Sittingbourne.
Oh, no, it's not
People
Sittingbourne.
do-
It's
people
20
do
miles.
travel.
It's within 20 miles.
Yeah, but like the South East, to Sussex and places
I
like
travel 25 miles to my chapter, so it's fit within 20 miles.
20 miles.
Yes.
How many miles it is? Over
Yeah,
20,
exactly.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions before we move on?
Jonathan, are you going to supply a draft letter for people?
Absolutely, yeah. As I said, there'll be an email coming out later today, and yeah, we'll have an example spreadsheet. If you want to use it, you don't have to use it. Just put your names and email addresses.
I was going to say as well, I think we will be drafting a letter, basically taken from the standard
Yeah, we did
letter,
one
but
last.
customised a little bit to our chapter so that we're not, you know, we're happy with what we're sending in.
Yeah, sure.
And actually, with the spreadsheet, would help us quite a lot if everybody used that and then emailed it in.
It probably
And
would.
then do a merge and
No. Everyone needs to be responsible for their own notes. That's
Yeah,
really, really
absolutely.
important.
Absolutely.
Yes, everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry, thank you. Great idea, but it's never works.
Just got 1 more minute.
Oh, brilliant. We want to drift over by 30 seconds or so. Sorry, I apologise in advance. Right, I'll move really quickly. You'll have to really focus on my work and talk very quickly. Please make notes. Right, story. If you follow someone up and they say yes, as Barry did, and you've known them for 20 years, as I might have known Barry for 20 years, then they score a 5-star. If they say yes and you've known them for 5 minutes, that's a 5. If they say, I should be there, so they have good intent, I should be there, I will do my very best to be there, and you think they probably will be there, that's a 3. If they say, I might be there, I'll try and be there, I'm not too sure, I'm on the fence, or anything else that isn't a no, that's a 1. If they say no, then cross them off, that's fine. Okay. If you get a no, that's good, because you haven't got to go back and follow them up again, so don't worry too much about that. Right, so move on, week 5. No, that's not right. Week 6, 19th of November, swap list. That's really, really important. So your list of people who have said 5-star, 5, 3 and 1, only those people, bring it to the meeting, please. Really, really important. Bring it on a bit of paper. I don't care if it's on a spreadsheet, handwritten, or whatever it is, but please bring it to the meeting. And Cara will orchestrate the swapping of the list with someone else. Directly after the meeting, in the day or 2 that follows the meeting, please follow up the list of people that was on that list and say, really, I'm just calling on behalf of so-and-so. We just need to know final numbers for catering purposes. That's really, really key. That's the only reason for the call. There's not a long-winded follow-up call. There's no little tricks. Just need to know numbers for catering. Just wanted to check that you were still coming and if you wanted to bring anyone with you. That's it. Okay? If you get a voicemail, leave 1 message. Don't leave loads of messages and keep trying them as much as you can. Week 7, Visitors Day. We've been through there's a slightly different format, we'll have a slightly different table layout, we'll be in the big room. Everyone will get 60 seconds, please make them be 60 seconds, that's really important. I'll tell you, one of the most memorable 60 seconds I had was Barry when he stood on the chair. I still remember that, I still tell people that story about it. And if you want a bit of inspiration for your 60 seconds, there's a really, really, really good book that I haven't mentioned for a little while, Jelly Effect by Ian Bounds. And I just noticed, Felicity, in your 60 seconds today, I could have picked anyone's, but yours was very, very good today, because you didn't say, I want to get more women playing golf. You said, I want to make women feel better about themselves. You focused on the benefit, and that's what that book is all about. It's focusing on what they get after they've had your service or product, whatever it is you do. So if you want a bit of inspiration, that might help you. I think that's just about covered everything. Any questions?
It's good.
Good, super. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jennifer.